And we're back. Next episode of Hero Comics. Talk about stuff. Hero Comics talking about my Mugen characters. Making my Mugen characters. This year. Yeah, there was definitely some issues with trying to film certain things because basically I had to still working on figuring out how to set up a studio. Well, that'll be nice and quiet so I can say what I want to say, and also have the time to do stuff, say whatever I want to say. But here's the deal. Now we have a bit of time. The studio's still being worked on, but we have the time. My mom and my brother are out doing their stuff. So now it is time for me to work on some stuff. I, of course, will do more hate mail videos because apparently everyone wants to see those. So yeah, we're going to work on those. But right now, we also have this Fayt Lingod, my new version of Fayt Lingod, a much better version that was made. Yeah, this is one of the craziest things ever. The original action Fayt was drawn. All right, and then I basically balled up the piece of paper, threw it away, basically threw it somewhere. Later found it, uncrumbled it, and then scanned everything in and did GIMP and did all those processes with it, and did not realize, basically all the stuff I know now. One of the things that I know now that is very important to do with any character I make is to ink them. Okay, because the Fayt Lingod from back then was not inked, so you could barely tell who that was. So yeah, there was the lines were not dark enough, for my scanner to for the thing to look right. It was on pencil. It was not good. I got my pen with micron, so I was able to ink Fayt now. So I was good and work on this moveset. And so now we're working on the moveset. I have gone through a few stages. Basically, I will release. I think I will release a video. Hopefully, I'll do it before I release this one, of me doing the final video, the final few pictures, cutting and pasting the final few pictures and put them in their own animation cells. All right. Hopefully we'll have that video ready. So I'll have that video ready. Then send that video out. Then I will have show off this video here where I'm doing this thing. Where basically, it's not gonna be that long of a video because basically, I have other stuff to do. I'm working on more hate mail. We're gonna make it more hate mail, nice and censored, so you can't tell whose names, what name anyone, who's talking, other than of course me. It's me versus all the people whose names are censored. That's basically how it's gonna go, and I'm basically gonna work on that too. It's gonna do one picture and then one page of hate mail, so forth and so on, until I have a bunch of hate mail and make a bunch more videos so you guys can watch them, and it'll be awesome. Okay, let's get into on here. What we have here is we've gone through the stage of basically using GIMP to cut and paste the individual animation frames. You use the square. It doesn't matter what other shape you use. It'll always be a square to cut out the picture. A section of the picture with your character in it. Then you color. You paste that into its own little piece, a little animation cell, its own piece of paper, basically its own sheet, its own little picture file. Then you color it in with the color that is going to be seen as invisible by Mugen. You use Fighter Factory here, and it's Fighter Factory Classic, right? I'm using. Then now you will basically paste the pictures over, because I went to the pasting stage. All right, I did the pasting stage, got all that pasting done, paste over all Idol's pictures. That's the character I like to use. Idol got his all pictures nice and pasted. So that's all good. Give me back over to where it is. Okay, now we need to go to this one. I think it's animations. Yeah, animations here. I need to go to where is this? Okay, we need to find. I'd like to do the attacks first so I can see how they work. And then I can basically clean up by doing the rest of his collision boxes, and then make the sound, and then work on final, basically refining, see what moves work, what moves don't, things like that. So we'll get to that eventually. Right now we got this. All right, so let's see here. Where am I? Okay, we got this one here. We got the combo. These are the combos. I didn't realize how complicated some of this stuff is, but I know the combos. So we got this combo here, and we're going through. He has a combo. That's one of his combos. I fixed that one. This one You work on the collision boxes. Okay, so then he punches, he stabs, he kicks, he does a side kick or a variation of the side kick he does in the game. So yeah, now we're gonna get to work on that. We're gonna take this and we're going to make that for his head. This collision box is designed to receive damage. When he gets hit. You don't have any collision boxes, then the character will be considered, will basically be able to be, nothing will hit him. He'll be unhittable, and that's not good. That's not fair. But the cool thing is because it's not a fair fight. So yeah, what you want is your character to be hittable. But of course, you want to make sure it's the right stuff. If I left things the way they were, all right. As you can see right here, look at this. There's all this stuff over here. His back is not here. This is idle stuff. His legs aren't here, so that's just unfair too. Because then it's like, oh yeah, the guy can just punch at this area where there's nothing here. Just empty air here. But the collision box is right there. You can just punch that collision box with your attack collision box, and that'll hurt him. I don't want that happening. So what you do is you want to make it the match what the character looks like, the character's body. That's what you gotta do. So that's what I'm doing here. It is a tedious process. It will take a while to do. My schedule probably a good few days or weeks to do, but that's fine. After that comes the easier parts of doing sound, especially now that I have this awesome new microphone, and doing the final animation, the final check on making sure the character works like I want him to work. Then I will put him on MediaFire.com and move on to the next character. I got Maria Trader. I'm going to work on. I could do that. I can now. I'm really figuring out how to do both that and hate mail and of course Star Ocean Story. I'll figure all that out. But right now we got this to do. Let's go. So we got that. Next, get rid of these minus and then the use previous collisions button. Click. There we go. And going. Yeah, there are a few frames here. This is a combo. This is not just one attack, not just a straight a punch or sword, a stab, or a sword slash. This is a combo. So yeah, it's going to be 37, which is not the biggest one. No, it's not. Oh, yeah, that's almost 200. Oh boy, that's the ultra combo. The cool thing is, get out of here. With the ultra combo, you don't need any damaged frames because that's their finish, one of their finished moves. So the finish moves in Killer Instinct. Back in the old days at least. I miss that old stuff. I would like to see them Rare make a new Killer Instinct that basically uses the same graphics that they made with the Super Nintendo. Just make that game, just take that game, and just make more characters in that style. It'll be a lot cheaper, and it'll run on just about anything. I'm serious, it will. It ran on Super Nintendo. It should run on a cell phone nowadays. Yeah, run on a tablet, run on a computer, it should run just fine. I want to see that. So let's continue on here. Click and click and click and click and go. And there you go. And click. And just keep going. Yeah, a lot of tedium. There's a lot of tedium. Animation is full of tedium, but the end result is amazing. Well, what you can do with this is, I think, you can convert them. You can change them from blue to red, so they go from being ones that get hit to ones that hit. But I don't need to do that for his body, unless there's a character that's on fire. Like Human Torch when he's on fire, or someone. If I ever do, I'll never do an extremist person. No, I'll never do that. I don't think. No, but someone who's on fire, who's like Human Torch or something like that, has a barrier of damage or something, then you will turn those red when it comes to certain things. Like when they're attacking you, they use their whole body to fight. A charging attack like that, you can turn that stuff red. It's cool, but no, I don't need to do that. Continue on. Okay, we have a punch now, so we X out, get rid of all these old collision boxes because we got new ones we're gonna work on. And my food is ready. Got some chicken. A few nacho chips with a little Swiss cheese melted onto them, and a nice big bowl of spinach with Italian dressing. Oh my gosh, I do want to get at this stuff. I will, but I really also want to do this. I really also want to actually make a video at least of talking about Mugen stuff. This stage of Mugening, I call it Mugening, but Mugen work. And there you go. I got a punch. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be a perfect collision box. Although I can stretch it out a bit more like that. Yeah. So that'll be a little bit better. Even though, of course, it'll be like there's empty space. It's still not that bad because here's how it goes. All I have is attack will come and hit him in certain ways. What I'm trying to do, of course, is get as much surface area as possible from where he is. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So yeah, there you go. That'll work. That should work. So yeah, that should work just fine. Now we got the punch here. We need a red collision, attack collision box. We take that and we make that small. Yeah, because it's just, he basically is kind of a joke thing. Fate punching is kind of a joke thing because he has a sword, but still, I like basically in old with the old Fayt Lingod. I made. I didn't realize that at all. It's amazing, but no, it's not what we want. With the old Fayt Lingod, all right, we had I had him punch, and I made the punch super fast. Accidentally made that punch super fast and didn't realize it. And then I was like, yeah, that inspired me to figure out how to make Maria Trader a punch fast. Basically that's what it did. And I'm looking at it as like, oh my gosh, it wasn't just it was flick. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's cool. That is cool to see a punch that fast. So in this version, he has two punches that fast, two fast punches. Of course, I'm thinking of adjusting the low one to be a bit higher, so it'll reach out more and cause damage. It does not need that now, so I can just get rid of that. There we go. And going in and getting rid of these. Yeah. Oh, the election. I'm looking forward to seeing the official. I am not really interested in seeing minute by minute count. That's just too nerve wracking, too stressful. But yeah, they're saying, Dear Joe is going to win. So yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Don't get me wrong. Yes, I am a Republican, but here's the big deal. I am Republican, but I'm also a person who likes to see competent people in the White House. Okay. And let's say here, a certain person that was in the White House for 4 years because the Electoral College put him there, even though he lost back then. Yeah, silly jerks. Yeah, that guy was not being very competent. He's just like, yeah, I'm the best ever. Yay, it was all good. Yeah. It's like, what about this problem? I'm like, yeah, that problem will go away eventually. 4 years later, yeah, that problem will go away. I'm like, just like people are dying because of this problem. I'm like, oh yeah, well, it'll go. Here, have a pin. I was like, what? Are you kidding me? You jerk. So I'm like, yeah. He's like, we're going to leave the World Health Organization, even though this problem is a disease that has killed people, thousands of people. Yeah. Let's do that. I'm like, no, no. So no, I'm very glad that things are shaping up the way they are, because I'm like, no. Some people may hate on me for that, but no, that's the way it goes. I'm okay with that. Okay, what I can do here is I can be like this. Go up here, try to get his arm. Try to get both arms. Like that. Or not. I don't know. Yeah, no. I can take this and go up higher. And go up here. Maybe. I'll just go like that. Nah, no. Yeah. I don't know. It's definitely not perfect at all. Not perfect at all. Not really. I don't know. I'm going. Okay, click and click. So yeah, I'm looking for hearing that Dear Joe will probably win, and hearing Jim Carrey do his Ace Ventura impression while in the middle, right after while doing Joe Biden on Saturday Night Live was just amazing. It's just so much fun. He's like, yeah, every competition has a winner, and they I'm like, whoa, my gosh, who's there? I'm like, I forgot he could do that. Yes, that was wonderful. Who's there? So I'm like, yeah, this is a bit of an interesting thing. This is an odd angle, so the angle being so odd, we need to work on that. That'll basically make things a little bit more intense, but that's okay. It'll work. Make it a bigger file, but that's fine. I can accept if you concede a little bit. It comes to that. There you go. So we want to make sure that the weapon is that the damage is appropriate to the weapon. We don't want when there's a sword. We don't want it to be like, oh yeah, yeah, this whole wall. That would not work. That would not work. If it's a fist, you want it to be fist size. If it's a fireball, you want it to be fireball size, sword size, whatever. We want to hook that up. So we want to do it right. So yeah, make it fair, make it right. So there you go. Continue on here. Yeah, this combo is definitely a bit of a combo there, but that's okay. We got it. Click and go and go. Yeah, and that's the issue with me. There's some people out there hating on me for hating on homosexual acts, intergender acts, and that sucks. Well, that's how it goes. I'm Christian. Gotta do that. Well, okay, I gotta say it again. I hate that I have to say this, but I have to say it. I am a Bible believing Christian, right? Not just a Christian person who says they're Christian that doesn't read the instruction manual. I am a Bible believing Christian. So yeah, I use the Bible as my foundation. Okay, in any in life and in any argument, especially when it comes to talking about the Bible, Christianity. It's just one of the silliest things I ever heard of. When someone's just like, yeah, no, it's like, I think, I'm paraphrasing, okay, but someone said, no names, of course. Someone said, during a debate, we don't need those. During a debate, flame war in the comments of certain transgender videos, of a certain transgender video. They were saying, how dare you? The Bible isn't the word of God. It isn't the word of God. You should hear his messages directly. I'm like, well, okay. Now, according to the Bible, okay, Bible Foundation, God has spoken to people directly. All right, but He has also, had his words are written. There are words of His written down in what eventually became the Bible. All right. The sacred texts, the Torah, other things like that. Those words were written down in there. All right, and people should be following. That's the issue. People should need to be following what it says to do in there. Follow God's ways in there too, because that's His words in there as well. Okay, so but basically, this person, I don't know, male or female. They can mail, but we'll continue on. Said, God is mad at you for saying that these people can't have what they want, basically. And I said, I think of myself now after thinking about it, mulling over that statement. I was like, how do you know? How do you know that? It's like, did God tell you directly? I don't know about that. No, what does it say in the Bible? Because God doesn't read the Bible. And it's just like, no, how are you supposed to know what you're supposed to do? You doing? How are you supposed to know right from wrong here if you don't read the Bible? As a Christian, especially. You're an atheist. Or whatever, and you're doing your own thing, and you're basically following the way of some other person, who's atheist or whatever, and they're saying they're following those ways, and that's one thing. But if you're saying you are Christian, you're saying you follow the ways of Christ, all right. At least you are a God-fearing person. You're not a Christian, but a basically Judeo-Christian religion, You follow God's ways, then it's a good idea to read that stuff. It's a good idea to read the Bible. You understand what's going on with that stuff there. Because I'm like, because basically then this person comes at me again. Keep going. This person comes at me again and saying stuff like, oh yeah, the reason, people, God gives them dysphoria. God gives them that stuff. Because He knows they can handle it. I'm like, no. God has not given us a spirit of fear, but power, love, and a sound mind. Thank you. No, He's not giving that stuff. Dysphoria means fear. So like, no. So I'm sorry. Like, no. That's what the foundation is in the Bible. And you'll hate on that going ahead, but still. Going ahead, but still, no. So my foundation right there, that's the thing, and it's just like, no. When someone comes at me with bull crap like that, I'm like, I gotta respond. I gotta say, no. Look at this. Here's what it says in the Bible about what God does. Like, no. It is just so bad when someone just like, no, but this. I'm like, no. Okay, this is interesting because I can try to do a little something here. May add an extra square. Like grab this square here. And just have that. Okay, that'll work. That can work. I think I like that. Yeah. I can do a little something like that. I think. well, we don't have to cover everything, we cover a bit. That. Then we can get this one here. It's my version of his sidekick. And so, because he has a power, is basically Fayt has what I like to call emo power, and emo power has the ability. His version of emo power is basically very destructive. He can shoot a giant emo laser out his face when he gets ticked off, when he gets freaked out about stuff. So you can also do the sidekick. Early on, you get the sidekick, and the sidekick is he charges on his foot with his emo power, and then he can hit somebody for several hits, hit an enemy for several hits. So yeah, we got this. I'm not going to be doing. I don't know if I'm going to be doing a several hit emo power sidekick, but I will ever be doing one that has at least one hit. Okay, so yes, the sidekick, and yeah, that's how it works. Got here. And we'll just go there now. So yeah. So now, when some people come at me with that stuff, I gotta respond. I gotta tell the truth. I do this stuff, and they hate on that, but that's fine. You know what? They hate on that. That's fine. For material, let's continue on. What do you got? Okay. So we take this, and we connect this here, and shrink this down like that, and make this, and raise it up like this. Take that there, put the head on there. Like that, and then take this and X out and get rid of this. We don't need that. He's not attacking in this frame. There we go. He's not attacking in this frame. Yeah. See the moves. It's very interesting though to see how different certain characters' moves are. Certain other characters. So yeah, there you go. Let's continue on here. Click and click and click and click. There we go. And keep going. Yeah, tedium. There is tedium. But let's continue on. So yeah, we'll fight. The cool thing is, even though the presidency is now will most likely be Democratic, that's fine. Yeah, we have the Supreme Court. I like that because I was like, yeah, you can have the presidency. We need someone who actually wants to be president, who actually can be a good president in there. We'll take the Supreme Court. You just don't worry about that. So just don't worry. It's good. It'll be business as usual. Business as usual again. Oh, yes. Republicans and Democrats going at it more competently than we have been. It has been. Some people saying Trump is the leader of the Republican side. No, he's not. He is just some jerk who was somehow elected president after he lost. And no. I commented, Trump is not the leader of the Republican Party. Rush Limbaugh is. What are you doing? Not really as a joke. No. Kind of a joke, kind of not as a joke, but no. So now, but Rush Limbaugh is, man. Yeah. Because, difference between Trump and Rush Limbaugh, Rush Limbaugh is actually aware of world events. Yeah, he is. He can really turn himself a phrase. Yeah, he's good. He has good jokes. Sorry, Trump. You didn't have good jokes. You didn't have. There was jokes that were made on your expense that were really good. No. Okay, save it all, and then we go through it like that. Punch and stab and kick. There we go. Yeah, that's the issue. That's just three attacks. Standing animation, 3 attacks. This is going to take a long time. Yes, you got a little taste of it with one animation, one combo, and went on for a while. But I'm not going to go through it. They said, don't worry, I'm not going to make videos of super long videos of everything. Okay, I just wanted to show you different steps of the process. All right. And that was this step of the process, the collision box step of the process, and talk about different things. But of course, that's what I do. But anyway, so I'll see you guys next time. Check me out on YouTube, DeviantArt. We'll work on more stuff. Starco Versus is continuing on. Got some awesome stuff happening. Working out the final part. This is the final part's coming up. All right. Got the wedding. We got the final fight. All kinds of everything's coming up. All right. We'll figure this out. So yeah, I'm gonna work on more hate mail. Get that going. I'm gonna work on more Fayt, and then Maria, and then actually Brittany Wong. I wouldn't mind getting at Brittany Wong and Ludo as a combo character. According to my story, that's how it's gonna go. We're gonna be a combo character. It's gonna be great, and basically that's how it is. It's gonna be really cool to see how they work, how I figure out how they work. But I'm gonna figure that out. I gotta get back to work on this stuff. A lot of more stuff to do. Might make some more Star Ocean parts if there's time. Let's see here. So I'll see you next time. Check me out on YouTube, the art.